If you clicked on this video, then you probably suffer from something very, very detrimental, known as being poor on Ghost Syndrome. I'm going to teach you every step of the way, and your account is going to go from the average British household to a luxury Dubai apartment. And there's going to be tips in it that I didn't even know until recently, with a crazier one right at the end. So please watch until the end, like, comment, subscribe, yeah, do all of that one, chief. Formalities aside, let's begin. Now, a truly underrated tip is to do your weekly bosses, even if you feel like you don't need them right now. Even if you're not farming for a set character, do not waste that cost halving opportunity on resin. Do your 3 weeklies a week, and you can even consider doing 1 or 2 more, especially if you're not working on a character. Doing these also gives you a chance of obtaining a dream solvent, which you can use to convert weekly boss materials from the same boss. So every boss has got 3 different materials, and using these dream solvents you can actually convert any single one to whichever one you want. But these dream solvents are rare, so please don't go out of your way to waste them. Try to save them as much as you can and only use them when it's critically important, like raising a brand new character which is actually amazing and you want them to be done as fast as possible. Then use your dream solvents, but don't use your dream solvents for some unnecessary characters, because you will regret it in the long run. Now, I know how many of you hate farming crystal flies, so let me teach you the best way to go about getting them. You're going to want to take that sweet juicy ass over to Fontaine's Reputation. Around level 3 or 4, I'm not really sure what it is right now, you will get the crystal fly trap, which gives you 15 every week. Now obviously that is nowhere near enough for dailies to be fully completed, but 15 a week for doing basically nothing other than putting in ores is diabolical. So get onto that right now. Now let me take you over to the best spots to actually get these crystal flies inside of the world. I'm a lazy player just like you. Come on. Now, because my recording failed like 5 million times, the crystal flies actually aren't here anymore because I did collect them. But basically, when you go into this spot over here where the wind current is, there should be like 5 or 6 crystal flies here. I'm not entirely sure. I thought there were 5, but this time when I collected them, it looked like there were 6. I don't know, I'm gonna have to get someone else to confirm me on that. The second spot is located around the middle of Fontaine in this underwater area, and the first time you come here there will be a puzzle here, but it's pretty easy and it doesn't really take that much brain power. But when you do the puzzle you'll see that there are 6 crystal flies just hidden behind. There'll be like 4 in one area and 2 in the other. Not that hard to miss. I always see people complaining about how little ores and materials they have to craft weapon XP. Are you serious? The easiest way to get about this is to do your expeditions. Expeditions may not give you a lot initially, but over time, for something that takes you 3 seconds, it will definitely add up. And now I can safely just chill because I've got hundreds, if not like 1,000 of each. And I can just chill with that and use that to craft materials, use that to craft anything I need. This is especially good if you're a free-to-play player and only really use craftable weapons, because some can actually be pretty decent. But yeah, a lot of craftable materials do require you to get ore. So please do your expeditions and start collecting ore like a madman. If you're willing to spend, please spend on the Battle Pass. The Battle Pass gives you so much value for how much it's worth, and it doesn't give you value in the way that it gives you a lot of pulls, it gives you a lot of wishes. It's not like that. It gives you a lot of materials to go off of, and it's huge, and it's surprising how much materials you actually get from every Battle Pass. And honestly, not buying the Battle Pass puts you at such a massive disadvantage, because there are so many good weapons and rewards locked away in that Battle Pass. Now my next tip is to farm for characters you don't need to farm for. And what I mean by this is go to a random character on your list, look at their flowers, and if it's a flower that a lot of characters use the new recommended feature to go out of your way and farm some. You know, put some music on, put some Melon Alex videos on, you know, the usual. And go ahead and just farm flowers, farm enemies as well. Farm materials for enemies. Look at what enemies are required for certain characters, even characters you want in the future, and go out of your way to just go in the book and kill them. You don't have to do this every day, but doing this just to save time is going to save you so much time in the long run. Because in my opinion, Genshin is a game which benefits a lot of long-term investment. Making decisions early that will impact the future in the long while is very, very important, and it's very important to do them right. Because if you do mess up, especially in the earlier game, you'll be stuck as a brick wall. AR-55 will hit you like Will Smith, you'll be stuck and you will literally have nothing to do. Because I admit, farming for a character you have no materials for is overwhelming, and that feeling just drives you off the game, and you don't want that. So make sure you're always farming at least every so often, you know, kill every enemy you see, pick up every flower you see, and in the long run, they will stack up in your account and they will make it a great place to be. Now for tip number 5 is actually kind of a contrast to all my other tips, is don't overwork yourself. Any form of grinding or doing something too much excessively will lead you to burnout, and then you just won't want to do it. I know a lot of times I've started assignments in school and I was like, you know what, I want to get them done as fast as possible. So I did 20 pages within like the first 2 days, and then afterwards I didn't touch it until the deadline. And the same applies to Genshin. Don't go out of your way to farm every single crystal fly in the whole map, because 9 times out of 10, if you do that every single day, you're going to get burnt out at one point. It is important to keep your mental safe as much as it is to have a good Genshin Impact account, and never prioritize Genshin Impact over your own mental health. That's stupid, and don't play excessively or you're gonna get burnt out and then you won't play. And when you do get burnt out, you won't want to farm, and then your materials will be constantly getting depleted, and then until you're even bigger down in the rabbit hole, and now you have no materials for no characters, no Mora, no books, no social life, no friends, no girlfriend, no boyfriend, and no will to live, and most importantly, no good Genshin Impact characters. So please keep your mental health safe, but still keep grinding like a madman if you want to be up there, boys. So 4% Hu Tao is coming. Now this marks the end of this very amazing video. I'm literally 16 subs away from 1k. So if you watch this video, please leave me a sub. I promise you it's going to be worth it. I've got so many plans for the future of this channel and I need you to stick with me. Please give me a chance. It's free and you might learn something cool. Goodbye.